So let's talk similarity layers. That's the academic honesty type test that we've got. So I'm looking at my list of assignments here, and I can see the similarity is summarized here. This assignment has 74% similarity, so that should be some alarm bells happening. If I click here, it's just going to take me to the feedback studio. We've seen that before. If you haven't already seen it, go see the intro video to that. And what I'm looking at here is this layer here only. So this layer is highlighted. This is the similarity layer. And what it's doing is highlighting the sources where they appear in my assignment. So you can see this is like riddled with similarity issues. So if I click on this layer here, I can see some details as to where that stuff has come from. So it looks like source 1 has been the old favorite Wikipedia, and source 2 seems to have been submitted to the student paper repository by a student at the Mid-America Christian University. So they've obviously, or I did actually copy this from YouTube, so obviously that student did the same thing as well. So you can see that those are, oops, I've just clicked that layer on. Let's just get rid of that there. That was the comments layer that I just accidentally clicked on. You can leave it on, it's no stress, but it just clears things up a little bit. So I can see here that there's clearly issues with this. Now, there's no hard and fast number that is going to deem that something is not suitable. You're going to have to use your professional judgment with that. Obviously, a 74% match like this is going to ring some alarm bells. And when I actually look at the intricacies of what it's matching, it's pretty obvious that that student has just copied and pasted from Wikipedia. Of course, it may be that there are other things that has happened with it. Now, one of the things that you can do is tweak the, it's on this one here, the filters. You can tweak them a little bit. So you can exclude quotes, you could exclude the bibliography, and you can change the numbers that you're looking at. And that sometimes helps you with that professional judgment thing. Maybe you do want to just exclude the bibliographies, and that's going to bring the percentage down significantly and such like. The other thing to remember as well is that what it's doing is it's matching stuff on the web, and it's matching stuff on its database of student work. So that's everything that's ever been submitted to Turnitin. Now, I say that you've got to watch that, because if you're using this as drafts for drafting, especially in something like the extended essay, when you're getting the students to upload a draft, if you're getting them to upload it and you're storing that paper in the student repository, then you're going to find that there's a pretty high match, and it almost renders, or in effect it does render this layer useless. So that is something to watch. If you're using it for a draft, if you're using Turnitin for the drafting process, you do need to make sure that you check that it's not submitted to the student repository when you do it. So we did talk about that issue in the setting up an assignment video, but just to show you again, this is back in the assignment settings, optional settings, go down here, and it is, where is it here? Submit papers to. Standard paper repository, that's the one that means that they're going to now match everything. Or if you just say no repository, it means that you can enter the same document again and again and again, and it will just be searching the internet sources. So that's a useful one to know. So that's the similarity layer in Feedback Studio.